Once upon a time, there was a prince who found his princess. He courted and wooed her with his cowboy boots and leather jacket, and in a very short time they fell in love. Soon they married and prepared to spend the rest of their lives together. They had dreams of being rock stars, traveling the world while living a storybook romance. Thinking they'd live happily ever after, they learned that life isn't always like a storybook. They worked hard at jobs they didn't love while going days without seeing each other as they became more successful in their careers. But when they didn't have to work, they left their native land to explore the world. With each trip, they reconnected and rediscovered their romance and passion. They pushed their boundaries and did things like climb to the roof of Africa and paddle at the bottom of the world. They cycled an entire continent, did things that scared them, saw things that moved them, and enjoyed quiet and memorable moments in faraway places. Soon they were back on track to live happily ever after. But over time, their life became more about work and less about each other and their passion for travel. Long hours behind a computer made them anxious, and busy schedules, catching planes, and sleeping in tight quarters exhausted them. So the prince and princess searched for a fairy tale kingdom that would help them get back on track. They wanted a land that could capture magic, a land where white knights ride up on their steeds to rescue their fair maidens. That land was Ireland. When planning their time on the Emerald Island, they could have chosen to jump off cliffs or go coast-steering through canyons. It was expected of them. It's what they do. Instead, this royal couple went against the wishes of their people and created their own storybook trip where they took long walks on the beach, enjoyed the finer things in life, and strolled hand in hand through gardens and quiet coastal trails. Ireland was their storybook. It was a land of beauty beyond their expectations. It was a land of magic and castles and fairy tales. It was travel to Ireland that made them feel alive and excited again. Life on the road, rushing from one destination to the next, was not how they wanted to live. They didn't know until they slowed down, but once again, it was travel that brought Dave and Deb closer together, and they are now prepared for the next chapter of their storybook romance.